Are spending big bucks to recover from identity theft, some $60 billion. My next guest says business travelers in particular are prime targets for thieves. It's the data, not the device, he says, that you should be worried about. John Sileo is an identity theft expert. His website is called, I love this, thinklikeaspy.com. All right, so why are travelers so at risk, John?
Gerri, it's for the same reason that African lions gather around the watering hole. You know, the helpless animals are so focused on on quenching their thirst, on getting to the water, that they make for an easy dinner. Well, when we travel, we're so focused on getting to our flight on time, on the presentation that we've got the next day, that we ignore the danger signs. Right. So hotels and airports, you know, they become the watering holes for data predators. Those guys love...
I hear what you're saying here, because when you're on a business trip, you're so focused on the business trip, you forget about your own safety. And I was looking at your list of 5 tips. Everything on this list I do wrong. Absolutely everything. And I want to go through this because I was shocked by this. Travel data light. What do I leave at home?
Yeah, travel data light means if you don't need the debit card, the checkbook, certainly the social security number or social security card, leave those things at home. If you don't need the extra computing device, you know, we all travel with so many gadgets. They love those gadgets because it centralizes all of that data into one place. Leave those things home, travel light.
All right. You know, I realized when I was reading this, I have an iPad. I take it everywhere I go. And you could open that thing up right now and learn everything you want to about me, including what my bank account balance is, what my social security number. It's all on there, and it never occurred to me that, you know, maybe you might want to password protect it.
Yeah, you know, the mobile devices, the problem is we've been thinking of them mostly as phones, and now they are fully functional computers. So you have to take the same steps you would on a computer. You need password protection. You need to enable security software, remote tracking, so that you can wipe out the contents if it ever is stolen. And certainly don't leave it on the cafe table when you go get another cup of coffee.
At the very least. But what about the hotspot in the coffee store? I mean, I'm finding whatever hotspot I can and just kind of surfing on the back of whatever's going on there, and you're saying that's a big mistake.
You know, did your parents ever tell you there's no such thing as a free lunch? And
yes.
Boy, with data, that's the truth. If you're using a free hotspot, essentially you are beaming all of your identity out over this open connection, and with a simple free program you can download, anybody can watch what you're sending. Emails, data, account logins, the works. Really?
It's that easy.
Absolutely.
I'm shocked. I had no idea.
Yeah, and there's a simple solution. You can tether your cell phone, meaning your cell phone communicates with your laptop, and communicate via, it costs you $15 a month. It's an encrypted, which means safe connection, and it's not that inconvenient.
All right. You say privacy, please. What do you mean? What it has to do with hotels?
Yeah, hotels. You know, when we leave the hotel room, unfortunately, the cleaning services tend to be filled with undocumented workers who need identities to stay in the country. Instead of leaving all of your data in the room at high risk, I recommend either taking it with you in a safe way or put that privacy sign on the door, call housekeeping, let them know you're going to be in the room all day, and don't have people in and out of that room handling your data.
I wonder how many Gerri Willises there are out there now. Of course, you also say pay attention, monitor your accounts, your bank accounts, your savings accounts more closely when you're traveling, right?
Yeah, you know, if when you go to the watering holes, if you understand, if you're mindful of the fact that people are looking at you, people are exploiting your vulnerabilities, you start to notice these things. And when you monitor your accounts, whether it's online account alerts or just going to your account and taking a look at it on the web, you catch things very quickly and you don't have the huge outlays when you are hit.
All right, John, thanks so much. Great stuff. Really appreciate your time. I feel educated now.
It's a pleasure. Travel safe.